Hi everybody and welcome back. My name's Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor. Today I'm going to do another violin review for you. This has been sent to me by normans.co.uk. All the details will be in the comment bar below the video. This one here is called the Forenza Secondo Series 8 violin outfit. This is a full-size one that they've sent me to have a go at. First of all, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what it is and everything. Then I shall do some playing for you so you can have a little hear of it, and then we'll go through the pros and cons and finish with kind of a summary kind of thing. So I've printed off the information that you get when you go to the website to have a look. This violin coincidentally is priced at £419.40, so basically £420 if you like. Now what they say, this is what the website says: it's a professional instrument capable of meeting the requirements of the most accomplished student. It's individually set up and tested in the UK from the finest quality select tone woods. It includes a high quality oblong case and professional specification bow. Highly figured maple neck, so that's talking about this part here. Ribs and highly figured maple neck, ribs, as well as an ebony fingerboard and pegs. All of that makes a massive difference if you've got objects that are too heavy sitting on the violin, anything from the chin rest to the tailpiece to the bridge to the pegs to everything. It makes a massive difference on the sound and the quality and the tone that you get out of the violin. There's no point having really nice wood on a violin and really rubbish parts putting on it, because you're just not going to get the most out of the wood. So yes, so this is their flagship flagship violin, I would say. I've reviewed a couple of the other ones in their series. The links for those should be underneath, so you can have a look at those as well and you compare. But yes, this is their flagship one. This is the one that they are most proud of. £420. It says that it's suitable for probably a grade 8 or the student, to take a student all the way through until they just about go to music college. I've played this a few times now, and I'd probably be inclined to agree with that. I do think it's a really nice instrument, and I think compared to sort of the cheaper versions that they have, not that there's anything wrong with them, they're absolutely fine, but you can definitely tell where the money's going in, and for 420 quid, I do not think you would be disappointed. I'm not sure if you were a complete beginner that you would perhaps notice the £400 worth in there. It definitely is worth £400, but if you're just a beginner, you're not really quite sure what to look for. So that's why you go to the other violins in the range, and then you can gradually upgrade till you've got something like this. But this is designed to take you pretty much all the way until you go off to music college. So I'm going to have a little fiddle around and play a few pieces for you now, which I'll just cut in and out of so you can have a listen to, and yeah, so you can see what you think. So going through some pros and cons of this violin then, I think it's a lovely looking violin. It feels really nice. Just everything about it's really nice. The neck is quite nice as well. It's very easy to slide up and down. It's a good sound. There's some nice parts on here. Just, it looks and feels really nice. I think this potentially has a really nice tone to it. It's very hard for me to review properly a violin like this. I'd really need to be playing on it for about the next 6 months or 3 to 6 months, so that it warms up properly so that I can get the tone. I can hear, I don't know how much of that is coming off on camera, I can hear the tone at the moment is very cold, so violins take time for the warm to wood around the strings and for the wood to get used to sound vibrating inside the violin and everything, and that is what changes the flavour of the violin. However, I can still hear that there is quite a nice tone in there, I think there's a lot of stretching in this violin as well, so there's quite a lot of give that you could potentially get out of the violin. So hence that's what they mean by it will take you all the way to sort of grade 8, or until you go to kind of until you start going into your professional qualifications, like going and doing university degrees and that kind of thing, or going off to a music college. So there is a lot of just imagine it like a stretchy elastic band. The cheaper violins just are the equivalent of a small elastic band that won't stretch very far, so you can't get very much tone and you can't get very much sound out of them despite the strings and everything that you put on it. This violin is a much bigger elastic band with a much longer stretch on it, which means that potentially you will be able to squeeze more out of it, which is exactly what you need when you're playing the higher end pieces. You don't want to be fighting against the violin to try and get a nice sound for those. Negative points, probably the strings are the only thing that probably let this violin down. I've contacted the people at Normans and they have agreed to change the quality of the strings. At the moment, I suppose I've got to be honest, I really don't like the strings that are on there, but like I said, they are going to change that for you, so don't worry, you will get a much nicer set of strings on here. So at the moment when I'm playing it through, I feel as if I'm really fighting against the strings, and I'm fighting against the tone of the violin. So I can hear the tone and I know there's a tone there, the strings just won't let me get at it. So that's what you'll get with the nicer quality strings, but they assure me they're going to put those on there. So basically there are no negatives. Once they change those and send them out to you, then you should be absolutely fine. So I guess in conclusion, this is a really nice violin. I suppose if I'm 100% honest, I wasn't convinced when they said it was their Series 8 and I was reading all the information about it, and I did have a little play before doing this video and everything, you know, just to have a look, to see what it was all about. I wasn't quite convinced that I think it could take you to almost a semi-professional level. However, having sort of spent the last kind of 20 minutes off camera, you'll only have seen a few kind of snippets, if that, but I've spent the last 20 minutes playing with it, and it is a really nice instrument. It wouldn't take you to completely high-end stuff, so it would be no good for somebody like me, for example, who is playing the much higher-ended stuff, you know, a lot of your Bach partitas, the stuff that you would be doing beyond university on a very professional level. It isn't going to be suitable for that, but it is going to take you very high. So in the UK, about a grade 8, as it says, or in America, I'm not quite sure what your music systems are, but probably if you were an average student and say you were starting at 4 or 5 years old, I don't know, something like that, by the time you got to music college at maybe 17, 18, this would take you up to then maybe a little bit further than that, and then you might want to think about investing a lot more money. But for the money, and where this takes you up to, I think this is absolutely brilliant. And if you wanted to upgrade to something and really didn't know what to get, you wouldn't be disappointed with this, because I do really like this. I just wish that I was able to kind of, you know, be playing this all the time and let it warm up a little bit, because it would be interesting to see what the sound would be like in 6 months' time. But I don't doubt that the sound would be just amazing in 6 months' time. It's just looking at the bridge as well. So the bridge is very finely made. I see a lot of clunky, big fat bridges, you know, that aren't quite so great and everything. So, but this one's really nice. So that's my thoughts and on this violin, the Forenza Series 8. I really hope you enjoyed it. All the links of where to buy are going to be in the description bar down below underneath this video if you want to have a look. So thank you for the people at normans.co.uk who sent this to me to have a look at. If you want to buy it, go to their website and buy. It's a great violin. So thanks very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next video.